Everyone, happy middle of the week Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day. I sure am. I have been working on sleighs that I have had in my stash for probably 2 years, and just have not ever gotten around to painting them. I got them at Canton Trade Day in Canton, Texas, and this is what they're MDF. And so this is what they started out like, and I'll paint the back too, just a solid color. But this is where I am so far on them. And then I'm going to put something here. But I was working on them today a little bit before church. We've been out and about all day. Had to go vote. We voted today, Mr. Pam and I did. So got that done, and I've got a lot already done on this, but I'm just kind of putting it together. But I've just been doing it 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, because we have had so much going on today and this past week. So anyway, I thought I'd bring you on as I kind of finished them up or put some finishing details on them. I have not painted the little Santa, candy corn Santas yet. I mean, candy corn shape. They won't look like candy corn. They'll be Santas. But I'm going to wait and do that with you live. And I think that's the last batch of... I think that's the last thing I'm going to do for the craft show. And then I've got to say stop and get everything organized for the craft show. All right, so I'm not going to be on here very long today. So I want to go ahead and bring you down. Say hi as you come on. Let me get you pulled up over here on the iPad so I can see comments if we have any. I very, very rarely go live on Wednesdays because it is such a busy time for us and church day. So usually have so much going on. I'm trying to get ready for the fall festival that we have this coming Saturday at our congregation out in the parking lot for all the kiddos. We always set up little booths and do things for them so that, and I'm going to have a painting booth, of course. So we try to do things like that just to have fun. And so I've got that. And then the next Saturday, the next Wednesday, my daughter's coming in from California and all the family's coming over that Friday night. And then Saturday is, I forgot what all we've got going on. I don't know. We've got so much going on. And then the following weekend will be the craft show. So I'm down to the wire. I've got to get things priced and packaged and ready to go. All right, here we go. We've got some coming on now. Hi, Helen. Hi, Susie. Okay, I'm going to bring you down as I kind of work on this. And again, I've got 3 of them going. So this is what I've done on 2 of them, like this, and then a little bit different on this one. I've got some stenciling done on it, and the greenery's a little bit different on it. But I've got that extreme gold. I don't know if you can see that. It is so shiny. I just love it. So anyway, I'm trying to get these finished up, and I thought I'd bring you on. I've decided that I want a little bit of, hi Sandy. I want a little bit of gold, I think, in the branches. And then I'm going to go over, I've done some of the berries. I've got some highlights on the top, but I've only done just a few of those. But I'm going to put some of this Extreme Deco Art Extreme Gold, a little bit just in the branches. And I know that our branches realistically do not have gold in them, but you know what, it's Christmas painting and you can put gold on anything you want to put gold on. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So it's not going to take much, and I don't have my painting clothes on, so I'm going to be careful. I've got a dress shirt on, but I'm going to trust myself. And I usually regret that, but I'm just going to put some on the branches a little bit, just to kind of highlight where these branches are going. Just to give it a little more glimmer. And oh my goodness, there's so many different ways that you could paint these. I thought about putting a snowman on here or putting a reindeer on there, but I'm going to put the word believe on here because I am running out of time with all this company coming in and the fall festival, and before I know it, the craft show will be here in a week. So I am down to the, okay, forget getting super detailed and just get some cute things painted. So that's what I'm working on now, is just getting some things finished up. And these are just things that I've had in my wood stash for, these I've had, I think, for 2 years. If any of you ever go to Canton Trades Days, First Monday Trades Days at Canton, Texas, that's where I got these. A store was having they have a permanent store there, but they were moving locations, and they had a lot of things on sale, so I bought way more than I should have, but just now getting around to painting these. I bought some other things that I had already painted, but I've still got some more things, but kind of wish I'd have gotten more of these. Okay, so I'm just hitting some highlights on the branches, kind of under the snow, and it'll just give it enough glisten. And we could even add a little bit maybe in the branches up here, just to, in the needles, just to give it a little more Christmassy look. And I am just barely highlighting it, just enough to give it a little bit of a glow here and there. And this is how I do when I'm batch painting. I'll do it on one, and I'll set it aside, come over and do it on the other one. And you may not can see that, but it's really giving it, hi Piggy! It's really giving it some glow and prettiness. Y'all, there were so many people voting, early voting today when we went, but they said Monday was, they had lines wrapped around the buildings. People lined up to vote. So I hope it's that way everywhere, that everybody takes advantage of the privilege and goes and votes, regardless how you vote. I don't get political on here, though. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that glimmer. Really helped those branches show up. So let me put a little here on. And with this extreme gold, oh my goodness, it does not take much at all. I put 2 coats on the rails, on the blades, and it is very shiny, and then put some snow on top of it. I'm so ready to decorate for Christmas, but I'm having to be good and wait till, we'll go ahead and get our outside lights up before Thanksgiving, because we always like to turn them on Thanksgiving evening after everybody's eaten, and the grandkids, we all go out and stand out front and count down 3, 2, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we turn all the lights on outside, and then I'll decorate the inside. Okay, I think that's enough on that one. Maybe a little more right down here. And then I'm also, just in case I don't get finished, the word believe will be here. And then I've got some of these wooden snowflakes that will go here. And I'll put one here also. So we'll have those snowflakes on those. Okay, let me get some white right quick and go ahead and put the highlights on these berries. See if I can do all this without getting it on me. I thought I need to go in there and change. No. I'm a big girl. I can do this without getting paint on me. Famous last words, huh? Famous last words. Hi, Angela. Hello, hello. Thank you. I have been just painting like crazy, trying to get it done, and I haven't had a ton of time to just sit down and paint. I've done a couple of nights Okay, I'm going to start this way and work over so I don't, this is a big sleeve, so that I don't get my sleeve in it. So I'm just putting highlights on the berries, just a little comma stroke at the top, and then I will go underneath each berry with some soft black and put a little bit of a shadow. And I'm just using a little liner brush to do that. Now we could have even put gold berries on here. When you're painting whimsical, you can just do pretty much anything you want to. But I did use a different red. I used Tuscan red for the sleigh, and then I used true red for the berries so that it would look different than this red that I've got on the base on the sleigh. Okay, so there's with the little highlights and the gold. Okay, switch to sleigh number 2. And this little table, I'm quickly running out of room on it. Okay, let's go ahead and say, do I want to do the highlights first or go ahead and do the gold? Let's go ahead and do the gold. And then I've got grandchildren or grandchild coming for 3 days. He'll be here tomorrow night. He's my little painter. He loves to paint. So I'll have to have something ready for him to paint. And I told him, okay, Grammy is in craft show mode, and my family knows what that means. That means Grammy's probably not going to have time to sit down and play games with you and do what we all normally do, but Papa will be really good about taking him bike riding and go get donuts and all kinds of good stuff. And he's going to go to the fall festival with us. So he'll like that. And that'll give him something to do. Okay, y'all, great choice. I almost didn't put this gold in, but it is really just making such a difference. Looks Christmassy. My daughter's coming in next Wednesday, and we have not had rain for 2 months, at least. Still under a burn ban. But all 3 days that she's supposed to be here, that she'll be here, we've got a pretty good chance of rain. Pretty good chance of rain the whole time she's here. But I'm not going to complain. We need it so bad. It was really, really dry. Okay, so going under the branches first. We're just kind of on top of the branches, just giving it a little glaze. And this is, let's see how long this is. It's about 17 inches long. So I really do wish I'd have gotten more. It's one of those, I'll probably never see them again, so I need to make myself a pattern similar to it. Okay, I'm just doing the branches now, and then I'll come back and do the needles. Then for lunch, Mr. Pam and I went to this little restaurant little cafe, coffee and sandwich cafe. They have all kinds of coffee, and he's a coffee drinker and loves coffee. Anyway, and ate sandwiches, and so we just kind of had a date day. Voted, and then I'm going out of the country. Mr. Pam and I are on a cruise next June. So we had to go get or I had to go get my passport. He's able to do his online because he's just renewing one. So we've had a busy day. All right, now I'm just flicking some of that gold just around in the needles. Just all different directions. Mr. Pam since he got that patio finished, he's got his grill and his smoker all set up now, and he is itching to get out there and cook. So we ran by the grocery store, and he got him a big old rack of ribs, and he's gonna, no, or was it ribs? Yeah, I think he got some ribs and big pork rump, or I don't know what it was. Anyway, so he's gonna do some cooking, and I said, you just go for it. When you're out there cooking, I'm not in the kitchen, so no complaints here. Now you could do this in whatever Christmas colors you do. You could use silver instead of gold. I could have even put diamond dust on the snow, but again, I'm just out of time and going a little bit easy on the details. And for a small craft show like this one is that we do, that I do, sometimes you can put too much work in it and not get your money back out of it. So I have to try to remind myself of that. You know, don't go overboard. But it's so hard. You know what you want it to look like, but you have to remember that, you know, if you were doing it for an order or to hang up in your home, you could get as detailed as you wanted to. But when you're trying to sell multiples of them, you just have to try to limit yourself as to how much work and detail you're going to put into them. Okay, so that one's pretty shiny. Let's put the white on the berries. Hi, Ashlyn. Hi, Jan and Mary. Miss Susie. Thank y'all for hanging out with me with not really any notice. And if you've just hopped on, I'll also be putting snowflakes here and, whoops, a big snowflake there to kind of dress it up a little bit. And then I'll have the word believe. And I've got these all shiny also. I don't know if you can see the glitter on them, but they're glittery, and we'll have the word believe going. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but anyway, we'll have the word believe. I've got those all painted on there. Okay, now let's do the little highlights. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but look at the berries. Look at the berries now. They're there, and you can see them, but they're just a little flat. They are raised, but it just makes such a difference putting in these little highlights. And I'm going to work this way so that I'm not dragging my sleeve across. It is supposed to get up to well, it was 92 when I came in a minute ago, so still hot here in Texas. We usually have a good cold front. Let me dry this just a little bit so I don't get gold all over me. We usually have a pretty good cold front come in Halloween weekend. My plants are still really pretty, so it hasn't gotten cold enough yet to mess with those. And then when I shade the bottom of them, that will help them show up even more. Now this extreme gold feels a little bit sticky until it just completely dries. Missed one. So I usually let it dry for about 48 hours before I seal it. And I will be sealing these with a gloss sealer. And down here. Okay, now switch out. This one is the first one I did. I just started out with some stenciling. And I wasn't real crazy about the stenciled snowflakes, but I think by the time I get the word on there, I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of gold in this greenery. And I did this greenery a little differently because of the snowflakes. So I'm not going to put quite as much gold in here. I've got the vine gold. So this is more like a garland top on here. And the other is more like a, I don't know what you would call it. But much thicker and longer. I was in Hobby Lobby today and was going to look for some more of this extreme gold. I went in there for some more Christmas cards. By the way, Hobby Lobby has all their Christmas cards half price right now. And they've got some really pretty ones. All of their Christmas is half price right now. I always mail out to family and some of my friends that have moved away. I do about 45 Christmas cards a year with a Christmas letter. And about 3 years ago, I decided, well, I'm not going to do it this year. I had a lot going on. It was so busy, and I didn't do it. And I got phone calls. You didn't send a letter this year. We've watched for it and watched for it. What happened? You know, so from neighbors and family. So I got in trouble because I didn't send them a letter and a Christmas card. So I'm sending them again. I've kind of cut my list down. I mean, you know, by the time you buy the cards and stamps and everything, it is not cheap anymore. So I did cut it down from about 70 something to 45 or 50. If it's somebody we see all the time, and then I kind of don't send that. But anyway, I love getting Christmas cards. I display them every year. Some of them I save and put out year after year if they're just, you know, really special, really pretty sceneries on the front. But these cards at Hobby Lobby, they're nice cards. And they were $12, $13, $14. And anyway, I got them for $5. A box of 20. So if you haven't picked out your Christmas cards yet and you're needing to do that, Hobby Lobby has some pretty ones. I don't know what all they've got left, but okay, so got some gold on that now. And let's go through and highlight our berries. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you. Thank you. Doing them in two different ways. These would be pretty in all the pinks that everybody's doing too. So I've got that extreme gold on here and in some of the branches and needles, and I'm going to put on the other two, not this one, but we'll put some wooden snowflakes on there. Okay, so we need to highlight these little berries. So as soon as I get the little Santas done, I think that's all I'm going to paint until I get everything packed up and ready for the craft show. And then as soon as the craft show is over and I get my Christmas decorating done, I've got some Christmas gifts I've got to paint and get those done because I'm sending them early. So I'll still get to do some painting. Just making little comma strokes at the top for some highlights, and it does make a big difference. Okay, let's dry that just a little bit. But there are so many different ways you could paint these. It'd be so cute with a snow scene on here with a Christmas tree and snowmen, or a Santa face, or little reindeer. So many different things. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside. Well, no, let's go ahead and do the shading on it. So I'm going to use soft black, and I did go around the sled with soft black. Okay, there's lamp black. There it is. So here's black and here's soft black. So you can tell the difference in the two. The soft black is still dark enough to make a difference, but not a harsh black. You could also use deep burgundy to shade. And I've got let's see if I've got it out over here. Got a little bitty flat brush that is really good for doing these little spaces, and I had it out yesterday and I'm not sure where I put it. Let me look here. There it is. It is a number 2 Princeton Velvet Touch. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Now, I don't know that you'll be able to see this, but I'm just going to get those berries a little bit wet on the bottom, and just on the very corner, we're going to go in with a little bit of this soft black. Now, if the berries were touching, this is a great way to separate them. If you can't tell, if it just looks like one big blob by the time you shade it, you can tell which berry, that it's 3 separate berries, or however many you've got. And this is where you just need a light hand. Okay, let's see if I can get these to show right. Here's some that are not shaded, right there. And then here's some that are shaded, right here. Let's see if you can tell. Whoops, if I can get them in the camera, you can. Okay, so it does make a huge, huge difference. I will go back and shade all of those off camera because it'll take just a little bit to do that. Let's go ahead and get our word on and our snowflakes on at least one of them. Okay, so I painted up the words. I've got all the letters over here painted ahead of time. I've just got them on sticky tape, and I did run the tape across my towel so it's not quite as sticky, because sometimes the letters will break if it's so sticky that you can't get it off. Okay, thanks, Peggy. So B-E-L, and these are very sparkly. I-E, still pretty sticky. V and E. Okay, so now, do I want it going? No, I don't want that. Let me play with it a minute. Okay, I'm going to turn it around, and they're not completely straight, but kind of get the idea. Okay, this way they're kind of up and down. One's low, one's high. That way. Or we could do them just straight across. Center it a little bit. Okay, the eye is the center point. So we can go straight across, the up and down, or we can just go straight across, and I can put another snowflake here, do something like that. I may splatter it. I could splatter it a little bit with white. Might do that. Or let me turn it around. So many different ways you can do it. We could start at the bottom. Then you kind of go up into the branches. But that kind of makes it look like the sled is taking off. All right, what do you think? I need some opinions. You could do it a little bit where it curves down. Just kind of makes a curve. Oh, I kind of like that. Turn that one around. So there's another way. I could even make it come a little bit higher up here. Scoot it over a little bit. Curve it and then put another or a different kind of snowflake under here. I don't know, what do y'all think? Too many choices, and then we'll have a snowflake there. And we'll have a snowflake here. Could even put just snow under here. All right, I'm going to have to look at it and play around with it a minute. Tough decision. I don't like it going completely up in the branches. Okay, so I'm going to use there. Okay, I think I like it that way. Okay, so I got to remember that. Just starting over here and going around. Okay, so I think I like it that way. I have to be careful or they'll fall off. And what do you think about splattering some white just around on the sled? Yay or nay on splattering? Are y'all still with me? My screen has frozen up. Somebody say yes, just that you're still here. Okay, so I think we're going to do that. It would be nice if I had some little bells to go on it, but I don't think I have any little bells. Now the letters on the camera look silver, but they're not. They're white. They're kind of a pearly, glimmery white. Okay, great. Y'all are still here. I know, it's hard. Okay, I think I am going to go ahead and splatter though. And I do not a ton, but let me get everything covered up. I had not planned on splattering, but I may do one and see what it looks like and then decide on the other. Let me get something to cover it up with because I don't want splatter on everything. I don't want it on the blade. And I don't want it on this one. And with everything else I've got going on, I broke my glasses yesterday, my only pair of glasses. Luckily, they were able to temporarily fix them for me. So I've got to go in Monday and they're going to order some more for me. Okay, let me get another little piece of something to put over that blade. Okay, so that should help us on the blade there. I think we'll be okay there. Alrighty, let me get a toothbrush. Get my little thumb protector. These are great. I get them at Dollar Tree. Kind of like a thimble, only they're rubber. And they're so that you don't burn your hand when you're doing the hot glue. But they're also good for the splattering. So you don't get it all over you. Okay. All right, here goes nothing. I don't want to do a lot. I just want very subtle. Okay, lay that aside and get the other one over here. I think I like it. Okay, there's with the splatter. Just kind of fills in the void space, so I think I'm liking it. All right, let's get the other one over here. Hard doing these big items in my small space when I'm doing lives. Okay, cover the blade up again. Okay, get a little more paint. Sorry if I'm splattering your face on the camera if it gets on you. Sorry. Like instead of smell-o-vision, it's feel-o-vision. You can feel it splattering on your face. Okay, there's that one. See if I can dry it just a little bit. That one was a little wetter. This would be so pretty in the pinks and burgundies. You could put poinsettias on it. Ooh, there's so many different things you could do. I want those to be really dry before I put the words on there. Then once I get it sealed in that glossy spray, it's going to be so pretty. I may end up keeping one for myself. I'm so bad. I know. Can't make a profit if you keep everything. But, you know, I looked at my house last time I decorated, and I thought, you know, I don't have hardly anything that I've made for myself. I either sell everything or give it away as a gift. And so I decided this year, when I do multiples, if it's something I really, really, really like, that I'm going to try to keep myself one. Okay, so I'm just loading up this toothbrush, and then I'm getting a little bit of it off so that I don't have big blobs. You don't want too much water. That's what gives you your big blobs on there. You have to be careful because it will get all over everything. Okay, so I think we are done with the splattering. I like these. They just wipe right off like you'd never even used it. And that was just poster board that I was covering up with. You can use anything. Foil, wax paper, whatever you've got. And I don't think I got any on me. Maybe. I don't see any. Okay. I'm not gonna jinx it. All right, let's try this one. This one is stenciled. Now this one I'll do the words a little bit differently. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the one with the branches on it. And I'm going to dry it just a little bit more. And I'm going to I'll put the snowflakes on, but I'm going to do them separately, meaning I'm going to go out and seal them. Probably will put a little bit of glitter on these, but I'm going to seal them separately and then glue these on. And I've got all different kinds of wooden snowflakes. I get these at Hobby Lobby. They come in these little trays like this. This week they're half price. I don't know if there's a price still on here. So these, last year when I got them, they were $4.99, regular price. So I got them for $2.50 plus tax. And then I just paint them whatever color that I'm needing. And I love them. They come, I don't know how many, let's see if it tells how many's in. 54. So you get 54 snowflakes, all different shapes and sizes. I have really used them a lot. So I'll decide which snowflakes I'm going to put on there. Just got some really pretty ones. That one's pretty. So many choices. Yep, I could do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the letters the same way. I want to seal it first and then put the word on. So we'll have B, leave. And I'm going to start over here, and I think I'm going to bring it up just a little, just curve it a little bit. And I'm doing it upside down, so I'll have to play with it. E, V, and E. Okay, so that's just roughly, that's not on there completely like it will be. And I'll spread them out just a little bit more. And I will also put some glitter on the snowflakes. But won't that be pretty? I can't hold it up completely because everything's going to fall off. But I'll take pictures for you. But I think that's going to be so sweet. And let's see, I'm thinking, I don't remember if it stands up. I'm going to put a hanger on it. On them. I've got 3 of them. Now my desk here is very uneven, but you could put something on the back of it or put a stand on it to make it stand up. And it will stand depending on where you put it. So, I mean, see, it's standing there by itself. I'm not touching it. So you could easily put this on a mantle, you know, or something like that. And I still have to before I seal them. And another reason I don't want to put the letters and everything on yet, because I want to paint the back or stain the back. I'll do something with it. I don't want to leave it just solid. I mean, just unfinished. So let me pull you up here. Okay, so here's what we've got. And then once I get that spray on there, it will be so pretty. It'll be really pretty once we get the snowflakes on there too. That'll add a lot to it. Okay, I'm backwards, so it's feeling weird to me. All right, so that's what I've been working on. The next thing I'm going to do live with you is paint the little, and I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. I've got 3 of these to paint, the little Santas. So this is the little face I drew out. So we'll work on him next time we go live. But don't forget, if you're local, if you're close enough, we have the craft show on November the 9th at the Howe High School in Howe, Texas, from 9 to 4 on November the 9th. And I believe if they haven't changed it, it's $2 for an entry fee to get in. But I'll have all this stuff there, and there'll be, I don't know how many vendors they have this year, but you can just walk around. Probably, you could probably see it in, oh, I don't know, an hour, hour and a half. They usually have around 50 vendors, 50 to 60 vendors. And I don't know how many have signed up this year. I do know we have some new ones, but they've got all kinds of things. It's not just handcrafted items. They have lots of, like 1 year there was a Scentsy dealer. So it's not completely just crafts anymore. When I had it, it was just crafts when I coordinated it, but they've brought other stuff in too. But everybody was sure buying last year. So come and bring the kiddos. There's food and lots of different things. It's just a nice atmosphere, great community event. So we have a lot of fun with it. Okay, once I get one of these finished, I will post it for you. And that's one way you can do a sleigh. There's just so many different ways that you can do them. So if you see any sleighs and you're thinking, what can I do with it? We got people coming around out there, out my window. I'm sorry. I keep looking over there, but I was trying to figure out who that was out there. But anyway, there you go. And you could even do stockings like this. You could put pine branches on anything, but adding a little bit of that gold glimmer in there really brings out the Christmassy feel in it. And I am just really enjoying, hi Nancy, really enjoying Christmas right now. But I think this would just be adorable with a snowman family or some little reindeer or something on it. But I just don't have time right now. But if you decide to paint one of these or you find a sleigh, you just go to town with it with all the details that you could put on it. You could put, instead of believe, you could put ho, 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 or Santa, or Santa's coming to town. You could put anything on it. But there we go. So from bland to grand. There you go. That rhymes. Bland to grand. And then by the time we get all the little snowflakes and everything on there, it's going to be even cuter. All right, ladies. So I've got to go get some supper going and get ready for worship tonight. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Don't forget to go vote if you have not already voted. We early voted so that we could get it done and off of our minds. We got that done. So, and I got my Christmas cards, all but 5, I think, made out and ready to go. Just got to finish up the letter. I just got a few little things on it to finish up. So I got ahead on something. I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for hopping on without any notice. I didn't know I was going live today, but I thought, well, I'm going to jump in there with you. All right, ladies. Thank you. Love you all. Bye-bye.